Club Volunteer of the Year is one of the most important awards this evening. This award aims to recognise an outstanding individual who has gone above and beyond to help their club in a particular field in a voluntary capacity. This year, as it is every year, it was extremely difficult to select a winner with many nominations received from clubs. It was fantastic, by the way. A big rap to everyone who got so many nominations in, and a big thanks to all our volunteers who do so much hard work. However, a winner there must be. And to make that announcement, can I call on one of our very special guests this evening, Darryl Clout, who is the President of Bowls Australia, to come to the stage. Give him a round of applause. And before we hear who is the Club Volunteer of the Year, we might take the opportunity just to have a little chat with Darryl. Welcome along.
Thanks, Clint. It's great to be here. Thanks to Kerry and her board and to Ken Pride for the invitation. It's a fantastic night and I'm really enjoying myself.
It was a terrific Commonwealth Games for bowls. Grabbed a lot of highlights, grabbed a lot of medals, had a lot of success. How important was that for the sport? What was your take on what we saw up on the Gold Coast?
Well, by any standards, it was a great result. It was the best result by any country in any Commonwealth Games in lawn bowls. And I think the amount of preparation that was put in, the dedication of the staff and the players reaped the rewards that they deserved. It was a great Games. It was a great promotion for our sport. It showed that it wasn't just a sport for, and dare I say it, people who are over 60, although they're an important demographic, as we all know, and as we've been reminded tonight. But the challenge for us now is to repeat that performance in Birmingham, which won't be easy. And we've already started on preparations for defending our titles, if I can put it that way.
Darryl, one of the big pluses, the full integration of the para-athletes, disabled bowlers, great crowd interest. We've seen it happen in a lot of other sports, a real plus, I would imagine, for the sport.
I think the person from the Commonwealth Games organisation, or the organising committee, who decided to put the paras, if I can put it that way, with the able-bodied athletes deserves a medal. It was one of the most exciting initiatives at a multi-sport games that I've seen for a long time. The way the crowds accepted, and I speak specifically about bowls, the way they accepted our athletes with a disability and our vision impaired, or our blinkies as we call them, at the Games was fantastic. The crowds were right behind them. The results that we got were outstanding, speak for themselves, 2 gold medals in those divisions. And we created a couple of folk heroes in Ken Hansen, who most of us would have seen won a gold medal with the last bowl of the event, and Lynn Seymour, who from our vision impaired team, who struggled throughout the week. She was physically handicapped. She spent most of the week at the village under medical supervision, so she didn't enjoy the event as much as some of our other team may have. But she struggled and had to be literally wheeled to the event. But she came out of it with a gold medal, and as I said, 2 new heroes on the bowls scene.
With all those great stories, and that is well worth a round of applause. And it did grab the imagination of people right around the country, whether you're a bowls fan or a player or just a spectator of the Commonwealth Games. But I would imagine, like any sport at the moment, there's still a number of challenges ahead of the code. What do you think they are? What have you identified as things that have to be overcome in the immediate future in terms of bowls?
How long have we got?
Well...
No. I'd rather use the word opportunity than challenge. I think our sport has a lot to offer. We have attracted an audience that is not over 60. We've attracted a large corporate group around the country now that are helping to keep our clubs open, so they're a very important cohort of our bowlers. We've introduced a couple of new programs in Jack Attack and Junior Jack Attack, which the crowd here would be familiar with. We've reintroduced bowls to TV, which is seen as important by our members. They wanted to see the sport on television alongside the rugby leagues and the AFLs. We have the Bowl Show, which is restarted again and on SBS, 20 episodes each year. We'll be having live coverage of the Australian Open on SBS and the ABC, and Fox, sorry. We've got the BPL, which is 2 events each year. We've got the BPL Cup, more importantly, which allows people in this room to contest an event which eventually will see them on television, perhaps at the end of the year, playing in a match that specially modified for television. So we have some challenges, as you said. I like to call them opportunities. We're working hard, and we're working hard with the cooperation of Bowls Western Australia and the other state and territory associations. I should say that I'd like to publicly congratulate Bowls Western Australia for the efforts that they are putting in on behalf of our sport. They're greatly appreciated by the Bowls Australia board, and I'm sure by the wider Bowls community.
Well said. Round of applause, please, everyone, for Bowls Australia President Darryl Clout. Let's find out about our finalists for the Volunteer of the Year award. They are from Geraldton, John Burnett; from North Beach, Ivan Campbell. See them on the screen there. From Mandurah, Ken Donahoe; from Warnbro, Neil Foster; from Port Bouvard, Bevan Hall; and from Darren, Jamie Newton. Hey!
I'm glad this is in large font because I forgot to bring my glasses up with me, but congratulations go to John Burnett.
It's a shock, you say?
It is, yes. I'm so very humbled and very proud to receive this. I'm so privileged to play for a very good club in Geraldton. I've only been up there 10 or 11 years now, and we're a very strong club. We're a very dedicated club. We've had a lot of success, and we're run by some great people in our club. So yeah, I enjoy being there.
You can hang on to that. Come this way a little bit because you're hiding behind the water bottles for the screen. And we are streaming. I think we're live streaming tonight. So for everyone, if there is anyone streaming and watching in Geraldton, a big hello to you wherever you're watching from. How did you originally get involved in the club, and why did you end up volunteering? What made you decide that you were going to have a go?
I originally come from Three Springs. I've always been involved with clubs, bowling club and the golf clubs. I said to my wife when we moved to Geraldton, it's going to be great to get to Geraldton. We won't be on any committees or anything else. And that worked for about 6 months, I think.
Couldn't help yourself?
No, I enjoy making a difference in a club. I think I have made a difference. I take a lot of pride in seeing the work that we've done around the club, and I'll continue to do that. I'm not going to actually be on the committee, but after this year, but I'll still be involved.
There's no doubt you've made a big difference, and I think that award signifies that. To use the term that the President used, Darryl, what are the biggest opportunities facing the Geraldton Bowling Club?
Well, I think with any country club, we struggle for members. This year we've been a bit lucky. I think we've gained 8 or 10 members. But I think any club like Geraldton and any country club, volunteers make a big difference. You just don't survive unless people help out. And we've got a greenkeeper, but we've still got 3 grass greens, and you can't continue with just the greenkeeper. You must have volunteers. So that's the future of our club. We need volunteers.
Give them a round of applause, everyone. Thank you very much. Congratulations.